Pokemon Platinum, being one of my top favorite Pokemon games, is also one I've tremendously extensively tested out every possible thing about, much like Sapphire. As such, I know lots of things that people typically wouldn't know about Generation 3 and 4. In my left DS, which is a DS Lite, I have Pokemon Platinum loaded. On the right one, I have Diamond loaded. Today I'm going to test out what happens with Platinum's alternate forms when you use them in battle with Diamond or Pearl. If it makes a difference, I have Platinum selected Become Leader and Diamond selected Join Group. As you can see from Platinum's end, it uses the Diamond and Pearl sprite for Lucas, the main protagonist. So this Rotom is a heat form Rotom, which, as you can see, appears as regular Rotom on the end of Diamond. I have a regular Rotom additionally as a control group. It doesn't appear to alter the stats of the Rotom, nor does it seem to do so for Giratina or Shaman in order to be compatible with Diamond or Pearl. In fact, this Shaman distinctively looks like it has its Sky form stats. They'd be much more equivalent if it were land form. Additionally, it's grass flying from the Platinum side of things. But to test out how Diamond reacts, I'll be switching Shaman in on Raichu's Thunderbolt. Contrary to popular belief, the Rotom forms did not receive their type change until Black and White. It correctly registered as a not very effective hit, which strongly implies to me that in Diamond and Pearl, it correctly recepts as a flying type when a Platinum player uses Sky Shaman. Now, let's take out this Raichu so I can switch in my Steelix more fluidly. As you can see, the screens are somewhat incongruent because on one screen, Shaman Sky form is on, but that same Shaman is being shown as land form on the other one. Oh, a critical hit. Next, I will be sending in my Steelix on the Diamond side, because I want to test what happens if I try to use a not effective at all move. Therefore, I will intentionally be using a not very effective move from Shaman. For Steelix, I'll be using Earthquake. Steelix has low special defense, so I would have had to intentionally use a not very effective move. I also need this same Steelix for the purpose of testing Giratina, even though I already know how it works. As you can see, it shows up as its origin form on the Platinum side and altered on the Diamond side. It correctly levitates, so Steelix's Earthquake didn't hit it. You can see here the earthquake did not hit the Giratina. Additionally, you could kind of see, if you're familiar with stat calculations, that Dragon Breath did much more damage to Steelix than an altered form Giratina would. I know because I've extensively played with Giratina. You can also see right here Draco Meteor did a lot more to Abomasnow than an altered Giratina would. Not only is this because of origin form, but for some reason it's able to correctly calculate the damage done by the Grisius Orb. Somehow it calculates those boosts correctly, even though the Grisius Orb does not exist in Diamond and Pearl. Which I honestly find really impressive for a game from 2007. I wish I had a more stable camera than my high school phone. And if you were wondering, Empoleon does not have a spiky Trident Head ability that damages an opponent whenever he uses Fly or Dragon Rush or the like. I know it's ridiculous, but I thought it'd be funny to bring up. Sorry, that's my neighbor Henry's dog barking out my window. Sure looks weird though, with a regular hedgehog covered in flowers using a move that brings power out of the earth. Also, you may have been told that Platinum's alternate forms do not work in Link battles. This is partially true. Local wireless Link battles do allow alternate forms for Platinum, and the same goes for Spiky Eared Pichu in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. However, Platinum's alternate forms are automatically reverted during Wi-Fi connection, as well as in the Battle Tower. This only applies to Rotom due to the legend clause in the Battle Tower, however. For clarification, this is the normal Rotom I sent in as a control group. The other thing I wanted to show off is alternate form Rotom's movesets, specifically its appliance forms. I'll be withdrawing my control group Rotom and sending in my other one that knows overheat, specifically the heat form Rotom. Firstly, I intentionally used Giga Drain right there to show that the type change did not happen until a later game where it was intentionally changed. I will also be showing it on the menu momentarily. Check this out. See how it's an electric ghost type and not fire electric type? It also still knows overheat, meaning that it was not banned from this battle due to being a new alternate form. So you can get this weird scene of a regular Rotom just blasting loads of fire. And that wraps up pretty much what I wanted to show off. What do you think about alternate forms introduced in newer games? How should they be handled? Let me know in the comments below.